Cam, it's been a little over a year since you walked off the 18th green at St Andrews Open champion and into the LIV League. What's it been like?
It's been unreal. I think it's a fresh change. It's been nice to play on a team, especially for me. Playing with three of my best mates is something that doesn't really happen too often. So we have a blast. Leash has been playing some really solid golf lately, and we're really looking forward to next week in Miami as well. I think it'll be awesome there. You
played really consistently this year, but the last four events you've gone first, 35th, first, 40th. So you're due to be first again.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. You know, if I'm completely honest with myself, those 5 weeks off probably didn't help me. I had a bunch of family in town.
Right.
Didn't play a lot of golf. So that was on me, and I didn't want to make the same mistake twice. Having 2 weeks off after Chicago. So really being back into the golf, practicing hard, and the game actually feels really good at the moment.
We've got an 8-point lead over Taylor, but he's overseas, so you might be screwed.
Yeah, I know. He plays
winning.
Some good golf overseas. Yeah. I don't know why that is, because if you look at his golf game, he probably should play better in the US. But anyway, it is what it is. I think Taylor really likes the environment overseas that we play in. We've had a lot of rowdy crowds, and I think he really enjoys that. It suits his personality.
It's got to be a little different being a franchisee, a team owner, and especially going into next week where it's a team championship.
Yeah, it has been a little bit different. I think that part of it for me has been really enjoyable. It's been really fun. I love learning new things, and I've definitely learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know, I had no idea about, and probably stuff that you don't even really need to know as a professional golfer. But it has been quite fun. A lot of conversations with people you really don't expect to have conversations with. So it's been good. Yeah.
But it puts you in a kind of a difficult position too, with the promotion relegation battles coming up, and you've got pals on this side.
Yeah.
Jed Morgan is one that jumps to mind. How do you deal with him this next couple of weeks? What are you saying to him?
Jed has got a boatload of talent, and I think he expressed that last round at Bedminster. He was the best scorer in the field by a couple on the last day and helped us to our first team win. It just hasn't been Jed's year. It's easy to say that, but he does take in a lot of information from us older boys that have been on tour a while, and I think it is going to better him in the long term. It's really a position I think that a lot of young professionals have been in, and myself included, but in the end it all works out, and that's kind of the message I'm kind of pushing, that he just needs to keep working hard, and he'll get there one day.
Yeah,
but it's a tough spot to be in with the relegation, for sure.
It is, and it's difficult for the captain, as well, to have your friend in that position. But you and Brooks, you're in a kind of a unique position in that, you're the two guys out here that don't need to worry about the majors next year. You're going to play in all four. You said last year that even though you won one, your preparation was a little different. Is it going to be different next year going into the majors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think for me, even out here, I didn't really have the hottest start to the year. It was my first time I was able to go home to Australia in 3 years, and
in 3 years?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I really enjoyed myself down there, and I had a lot of fun, and caught up with some people that I hadn't seen for a long time.
Yeah.
And golf was kind of on the back burner. It didn't really get a lot of attention, and you could see that in my game at the start of the year, and that probably leaked over into the Masters for sure. We only played 3 times leading into there, and although I was working hard, it just wasn't enough to compete at that type of level, and definitely to try and win a major championship. So there'll be a lot more attention on golf in this off season for sure.
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on the OWGR. There's been so much talk about it, and right now we're kind of in limbo. still?
I mean, the decision that they made is, I guess, as we sit on this side, I think is disappointing, but it's probably not surprising.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what really I wanted to happen. It's an interesting spot to be in, and it definitely seems like it's not a good spot for, I think, fans for the major championships as well. You know, there's definitely guys out here that are good enough to compete and win in those. So we'll just see what happens. We just keep plugging along and doing our thing, and hopefully it all works out.
Well, this is a huge week for you. 8 points in front with 18 million, you know, at stake. That's kind of generational wealth, you know, plus the team championship and all the rest of it. Is there extra pressure on you this week?
Yeah, it's definitely not.
It's not
you
a
can't
normal
not
week.
think about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely in the back of the mind, and I think the media pushes that on you as well. So it's even hard to forget about sometimes when you're not even really trying to think about it. But you know, I've always been a process type of person. My job, I think, as a professional golfer, coming here to compete is to do all the 1%ers right. And we've done that at the start of this week, and I feel like I'm really prepped going into tomorrow and the rest of the week. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and hopefully I can get it done. It would be nice to be the first full season winner. I think that's a really cool kind of thing to have next to your name. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Your Broncos just missed, but
You're gonna make me cry.
They're better than Denver, you'd have to say, at this point. It must have been fun watching them, you know, get almost there.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned to you before that in that 5 weeks, I really didn't spend a lot of time at the golf course, and a lot of my time was actually watching rugby league shows and sitting on the lounge and watching them compete. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. You know, the Bronx haven't won one since 2006, I think. So it's been a long time, and I was going to go home and watch, and I didn't, because I wanted to prepare my best for this week and next week.
I heard there was an iPad that suffered because of this. Any truth to that rumor?
I was definitely upset. I was actually in San Diego. My fiance and I had a wedding to go to, so I was up until 4 o'clock, I think the end of the game was, 4 a.m. And she was dead asleep and woke up to a fright with the iPad hitting the wall. But yeah, it was upsetting, but they'll have a couple of good years ahead of them still, I think.
When it's all said and done for you, you want to open a coffee shop. Is that true?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's not the highest aspiration.
You know, I'm not very, I don't know what you'd call me. I'm very blasé. You know, it doesn't take a lot to make me happy.
Yeah.
I think the US specifically struggles with good coffee. Sorry, US viewers, but the Aussies definitely have better coffee, and you know, I'd love to bring that to the US, and who knows, maybe around the world. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you've made us happy this year.
Thanks,
for sure.
mate.
Best of luck this week.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.